Manchester United under Erik ten Hag is a beast, and even Liverpool's manager Jurgen Klopp admitted that the team is now made of mentality monsters. However, you see, it was not all like that. After the disgraceful performance where they lost 4-0 against Brentford, Erik ten Hag punished all of his players by cancelling a day off and making them run 14 kilometers, which was the distance difference between the two teams during the 90-minute game. All the Brentford players combined ran a total of 109 kilometers, while the Red Devils only ran 95 kilometers. But that was not all. The Dutch manager was so ashamed that he joined his players in the punishment he meted out. There are not many coaches who would do that. And it worked like wonders. They are back in business after winning against their biggest rivals, Liverpool. This video is about what genius Erik ten Hag did to turn the Manchester United squad into a beast. First of all is the respect that the players have for their manager after he joined them in that 14-kilometer run. Seeing that the manager also blames himself and runs by the players' side is like saying, "We're in this together, for the best and the worst." It clearly is a sign of humility from Erik ten Hag, who cares a lot about the club by standing alongside his players. By the way, the Dutchman is very strict. He has introduced rules like push-ups for players who have conceded a goal in training. Maguire will be stronger than ever now. Ten Hag also pays a lot of attention to details because he believes it makes a difference, like the grass on the pitch should be trimmed to no more than 15 millimeters. There's a reason behind that. It's because he wants his team to play a fast-paced style of football and benefit from the speed of players like Sancho and Rashford. Then, to deal with players' issues, ten Hag doesn't want them to go complain to their agents. Instead, he wants them to go speak to him directly. Another rule is drinking alcohol before games. That's not allowed because he wants everybody in their best physical condition. It's the same thing food-wise. Everything in the academy goes under ten Hag's revision and approval. He works closely with the chefs to create the perfect menu for the players. Fish and vegetables are the most important part of every meal nowadays. The coach will control the body mass index of each player every month to see if they follow the rules, so there's no way to hide. If he finds out someone leaks information from the dressing room, then that player will be immediately excluded from the team. Discipline is a key factor for the manager, so players have to respect all these rules and shouldn't be late to training or meeting sessions because that will also impact their careers at United. All the players have to arrive at 9 AM, just like in the time of Sir Alex Ferguson. Ten Hag was very concerned about the lack of team spirit, so he has forbidden cell phones in the canteen. Now players have to speak with each other while eating, and that will strengthen their bonds. If they are close to each other outside the pitch, then they will perform better on the pitch. Manchester United now is a completely different club than it was when Rangnick was the manager. Players have said in interviews that the biggest change in the club since the arrival of the new coach is that the training sessions are more intense and that he's obsessed with the details. The guy knows what he wants and the players are glad to have someone like that. He wants the team to play a proactive style of football where everyone has to run when they lose the ball, pressing the opponents until they reach their limit. His goal is to create a forward-thinking team at Old Trafford, but that takes time. The ex-Ajax coach knows that he has a lot of work to do, but if you look at a game from the last season and compare it to a recent game, you will see the impact ten Hag has had since he arrived in Manchester. The team is more organized, they are more dedicated, and the players look more confident with the ball on the pitch. Players are exhausted after each training session, but you can see the results when they play. Manchester United looks like a totally different club. The mentality has changed completely. The players are now on fire on the pitch, running after the ball like wild dogs. And the intensity is not just physical. Ten Hag wants the players to use their brains. He yelled the word "think" a lot during the training sessions so that the players make the best possible decisions. The Mancunians are now under a very strict manager, and that's exactly what they need to step up. To build a team that will play the style of football he wants to play, Ten Hag needs good players. They finally managed to sign a world-class midfielder, Casemiro from Real Madrid. The Brazilian finally gives the stability in the midfield that the team was missing. Now they also can count on Antony, who Ten Hag knows very well from Ajax. He was the coach that turned him into the player he is today. They spent a lot of money on the winger, 100 million euros, but they are guaranteed to have a very talented player for a long time. One player that apparently does not count a lot for Ten Hag is Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese started on the bench a lot recently, and the fact he didn't show up in the first training session really upset Ten Hag. On the other hand, Harry Maguire lost his role at Old Trafford. He is no longer the captain. Erik Ten Hag sees Bruno Fernandes as a better team leader. The English centre-back spends now more time on the bench, leaving the defensive work players Rafael Varane and the new signing from Ajax, Lisandro Martinez. Ten Hag loves Dutch league players, so he also signed Feyenoord's left-back Tyrell Malacia, who made quite an impression on Ten Hag when Ajax faced Feyenoord. Luke Shaw has now a serious contender for the left-back position. Eriksen also has a connection to the Dutch league. The Danish creative midfielder did spend 4 years playing in Ajax before coming to Tottenham. Another big target for the Red Devils is Barcelona's midfielder Frenkie de Jong, who was also coached by Erik Ten Hag at Ajax. This deal is quite difficult though, because de Jong doesn't want to leave Barcelona. Donny van de Beek is another Ajax-made product, who Ten Hag knows very well. He did not get many chances at Manchester United yet. He was loaned to Everton last season. But now, with a new Dutch coach from his days in Ajax, the Dutch midfielder will probably be an important player for United this season. The youth team is also very important to Ten Hag. He's giving a lot of trust to youngsters. The coach said chances will be given to everyone. The 20-year-old Antony Elanga is the proof. The young Swedish winger has started in the first team on several occasions. Facundo Pellistri and Zidane Iqbal also have a bright future with Ten Hag. Rashford and Sancho are starting to get back at their best level. The two English players did not have a good season last year. Now, even Martial is getting a chance. Maybe he will be the striker that everyone wanted him to be when he arrived in Manchester 7 years ago. Little by little, the Dutchman is solving the problems, and United is back to being one of the best clubs in the Premier League. With the new signings and the mentality change, Ten Hag will surely achieve great things at Old Trafford. The players are accepting the manager's rules and the improvements showing up. Seems like Manchester will win the Premier League this year. Also, check out our next video on who is winning the Champions League. Goodbye.